What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm here today to talk about binge eating. Yes, as you guys saw in my last video, I told you that binge eating is something that I struggled with growing up in high school, middle school, something that kind of took over my life for a really long time, and I never really got to talk about it. So if you guys haven't seen my first binge eating video, I will link that in the description box below. Make sure you go check that out after you watch this video. So that last binge eating video got such an amazing positive response from you guys that I kind of wanted to just update you guys on if I'm ever still binging, if I am completely out of it, and how I feel about it now that I'm a couple years down the road. I have a lot of girls message me on Facebook and Instagram asking after they see that video, and they're always like, are you still binging? Like, do you ever still find yourself in those spots? So I figured I'd just make a video on it. I'm also working with a really cool company that I'm really excited to talk to you guys about today. So if you guys want to just hear about the company, then skip to this portion of the video, the minute right here, and then you can get all the information on the company that I'm working with. So in my last video, I told you guys that binge eating is something that I struggled with more so in high school and middle school. It kind of trailed off when I got to college, but it's something that is very much in my past. And although it is much more in control these days, I do not binge every single day. I do still find myself having those tendencies and those wants to binge every once in a while. Unfortunately, binge eating is something that I'm probably going to struggle with for the rest of my life, but how I go about it and how I deal with the episodes when they come up is what's really changed for me over the years. So I really only ever catch myself having a binging episode when I'm really bored or I'm just like avoiding dealing with something that I know is internal, so I kind of sacrifice that with food on the outside. I get in the mindset when I'm bored that I need food or I need to just go down and like have a little snack, have a little nitpick at this and that, and then all of a sudden I eat everything in the kitchen and I don't even know what happened. I blacked out. Well, yes, I do still find myself roaming around in the kitchen and eating when I'm not hungry and eating to the point of way past being full. What is different is how I go about the binge before, during, and after. So because it's been a couple years since I've really been in that dark hole of binging like literally every single day, now that I'm more conscious of it, I don't let myself sit there for a half hour and continuously eat everything in the kitchen. When I can consciously notice that it's happening and that I'm feeling those feelings and those tendencies are creeping in, I try and remove myself from the situation or the kitchen. I'll simply just remove myself from the kitchen, bring myself upstairs, and put on an episode of Netflix or start reading a chapter in my book, something that I can completely dive into and something that's really going to distract me. Other things that I've tried is going on a walk outside, and no, this is not because I want to burn off the calories from what I just ate, but there's something about walking outside like without headphones on, without anyone else near you, and you're just alone with your thoughts, and you can kind of really feel what it is that you've been dealing with, what it is that you've been feeling, and just getting outside, again, keeps me distracted and really lets me kind of digest my thoughts. I look for anything or activity to do that I can remove myself from that situation and put myself in a more positive one. I've also tried journaling throughout those little episodes, and that really helps me kind of digest, again, what I'm feeling and what I'm kind of avoiding. I find that if I'm ever downstairs binging and just giving into way more food than I'm actually hungry for, it's because I'm not feeling great emotionally or I'm going through something, and I kind of turn to food to like distract myself. Journaling has really helped me kind of just sit down, get myself away from the kitchen for a second, and kind of refocus myself and be like, hey, girl, get your shit together. Everything is fine. So the most important thing that has changed with my binging habits is that after the binge, I don't go make myself hop on the elliptical for 2 hours and burn 500 calories. Every single time after I would binge, I would make myself make up for it in excessive amounts of cardio. Doing cardio in order to make up for the calories that you ate is a really horrible way to live your life. You shouldn't have to go, okay, I ate a burger, now I'm gonna have to, calculate it. Okay, I have to spend 57 minutes on the elliptical. You don't have to make up for the food you ate with exercise, and that's actually a really negative sort of correlation to start doing and relating those two things together. I've really tried and continued to not associate feelings with the episode. I don't sit there and punish myself. I don't sit there and get mad at myself. I don't sit there and feel disgusted with myself. I simply just don't hate myself after, and that is something that is so different than when it was a couple years ago. Years ago, when my binging was at its absolute worst, I remember feeling so guilty and so let down and disgusted with myself, and I've really tried over the years to train myself and not attach emotional feelings to the episode. So again, I'm not mad at myself after, and I don't hate myself. I've learned from a lot of failing at this, and what I've learned is messing up in that moment of the episode isn't what makes me mad or ashamed of myself. I've really just learned that in that moment of the binging episode that I needed something else, and I just simply turned to food instead of dealing with it directly head on. So for instance, if I was feeling sad or lonely or let down or disappointed, I might go snack and then continuously keep snacking just because I feel bad and I want to fill that void inside. And now what I've learned throughout many times of failure, you guys, this didn't just happen overnight, but a walk outside would have done the exact same thing and actually helped the problem going on inside of me. Journaling would have absolutely helped instead of just filling that void with food. So because I have struggled with binge eating for so many years now, I have a much more clear mind and perception of the episode as it's going on, and also my mindset after. So I know a lot better how to react to them now. One of the biggest things that I have learned over these years of trying to figure out where this came from, how to fix it, and how to get over it, is that food is not the enemy. I know. We're like, what? No, food is what's causing this. The thing is just because I gave into food in that moment of weakness doesn't mean that I should fear food from now on. It doesn't mean that I shouldn't eat this because that's a trigger point for me and then I'm gonna go binge more. Yes, food makes us feel good. Food makes us feel happy and warm and just really good on the inside. When you eat a good burger or you eat cookies, you feel good when you eat good food. That doesn't mean that food has feelings. It's not like when you eat it, the cookie that you ate was sad, so now all of a sudden you're putting that sad emotion into your body. You simply ate a cookie. You don't have to feel bad, you don't have to feel ashamed, you don't have to feel like you have failed. It's just a cookie. You don't need to associate those feelings with the action of eating food. So yes, I do still struggle with binging every once in a while. It's never gonna be 100% gone, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna take over your life and that it's going to control you for the rest of your life. So now when I can feel those little tendencies starting to creep in and I can kind of consciously feel that they're coming up, I know how to react to them. I know what works best for me, and this is simply through trial and error, guys. And I have finally found that these things helped me not feel so guilty and disgusted after. Because at the end, all I did was eat food, and I'm not ashamed if I eat 4 cookies in one sitting. You should never feel bad about the food that you eat, and you should never ever let that control your life. So now I'm actually about to talk about a company that I am working with for this video called BetterHelp. And this is for anybody who feels like they need to talk about any mental illness that they're dealing with, whether it's an eating disorder or depression, anxiety, whatever it is, this website and this company is absolutely for you guys. So the company is called BetterHelp, and they actually gave me a link for you guys to use for a free 7-day trial to try out their services. I will leave that link right down in the description box below, so make sure you guys check it out. They have licensed therapists who are certified by their state boards to provide therapy and counseling for people online. Basically, it's an option for you guys to get counseling in the comfort of your own home. I got so much help from counseling when I was little, you guys. It helped me out so much. I am a huge advocate for counseling, therapy, just talking about how you're feeling, I think can make the world's difference. So if you guys can try this company and get the help that you need in the comfort of your own home, you don't even have to leave your house. Counseling can cost anywhere from $100 to hundreds of dollars, and the BetterHelp services are anywhere between $35 and $85 every week. So it's way cheaper than any service you guys can find if you're trying to go into a building and work with an actual social worker. They match you up with a counselor within 24 hours or less. You can work with them through your computer, your tablet, your phone, any sort of electronic device you guys have that works best for you. They accommodate that. I used to get huge anxiety having to go into the social worker's office or the therapist's office. I don't know why, I just didn't like the small little crammed room. It made me feel uncomfortable. It made me feel like I was sitting in for therapy. So the fact that you can do this from your own home, from your bed, is absolutely huge. It takes away the anxiety from having to go into the building, takes away the hassle of driving to this establishment that they're in. It's just so easy, and I think that it can really help you guys. I would never promote something to you guys that I do not believe in, and I did my research on this company before I decided to talk about it on my YouTube channel. These people help millions of people, and they are so good at what they do, and I'm just so excited to work with a company that tries to help people in a different and unique way, because I feel like that's what I'm trying to do as well. So whether you are struggling with binge eating or anorexia, bulimia, or any other mental health illness, like I said, depression, anxiety, anything along those lines, this company is here to help you. So make sure that you guys check them out through the description box link below. You can check out all their services, their fees, and just get to know them a little bit more. I highly recommend trying them out. They have been so sweet, so sincere when reaching out to me that I actually felt like I wanted to work with a company for once. I just really hope that it can help even one of you guys, because if it helps even one person, then this whole video is worth it to me. I am strictly here to help you guys. That is why I do what I do. That's why I make these videos. I simply want to help people. So that's why I paired up with a company that simply wants to help people too. I just want to remind you that I still binge, you might still binge, and that doesn't mean that we're not making progress. It doesn't mean that we're not moving in the right direction. Not all the time do you reach that success point and just stay there. Sometimes you fall back on the wagon, and that's totally, totally fine. I am in such a better place than I was 4 or 5 years ago when my binging was at its absolute worst, that I have so much hope for the next 5 years, and for you guys as well. If you're taking these tips and trying them out, I know that these will help you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that little thumbs up button, and never forget to subscribe to my channel so that you stay up to date on all the videos and post. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.